Welcome to One Club Champ. We are Aylesbury United and we are still in the League One division. After our playoff final defeat to Birmingham, a gut punch, losing 3-2 with the third goal going in on the 120th minute, at the last minute of extra time. But we've rebuilt ourselves over the summer. We've had to say goodbye to some players and we've brought in some exciting new talent. So let's get straight to it. We are in the year 2025, the 2025-26 season. And going into, let's get straight to transfers. Here we go, no messing around. Transfer history. So, at the end of last year, we said goodbye to, here we go, we want to get into our released players. We said goodbye to that was last year. We said goodbye to Willian, the Brazilian master, scored one of the best free kicks I've seen in the game. He retired. We said goodbye to Ryan Clark. He had a wand of a left foot in the lower leagues, but just really couldn't cut it, as you can see, as we went higher up the divisions. But I will always remember him for the Vanarama National. He was Player of the Year that year. So we said goodbye to Ryan Clark, still without a club. We said goodbye to Saxon Early, who again is without a club. We said goodbye to Terrell Whitaker, the striker that was released from Tottenham, came in and scored 38 goals in 97 appearances. He actually wasn't bad coming off the bench, scored 14 goals in the reserves, but for us, we needed to let him go to get the wage back so that we could invest it. And we said goodbye to the veteran left back, Danny Andrew. So we said goodbye to him as well. His physical stats had really deteriorated, although his technical ones were perfectly fine. We again needed the salary for new transfers. So here are our transfers. We're going to quickly go through them. We raided a few. Well, here's what we did. When it got to the end of the season last year, we had a look around at all of the players that were basically starting to be released from European clubs, and we didn't have a package at the time, as in an actual recruiting package. So as you can see here, you can pay for a certain amount. Now what we did was we went with 1 month, where we went up here and we selected Europe, and we paid 15k a month, and that covered all of the players in the European continent. And then we went with European young players, a youth package too. And we went all in, and we spent a whole month basically researching the players that were going to be released. So we really went hard in trying to find the next European talent, which does deviate a little bit from our homegrown focus. But I felt basically it was more fun to go and find these hidden players from other countries. So here we go. Our first transfer was signed from Juventus, as we all know them. He is Andrea Bonetti and plays on the left with a 4-star potential. Can play up front too, has good finishing, has good pace and stamina. And again, £500 a week. We will see if he can pull through for us. So that's Andrea Bonetti. We also looked at Inter, and we got in a 6'5" giant as an advanced forward, Lucas Potler. He's capped as a German under-19. He comes in, we had to up our pay structure, so he takes £3,900 a week. We've got him in on a 2-year contract. He is 4-star potential. He's already scored 3 goals in pre-season, but he's come from Inter Milan to Aylesbury. 15 dribbling, 15 finishing, 14 technique, good pace and acceleration, nice amount of flair on 14, and youth is on his side at 22. He takes the number 9 jersey. We've brought in Abubakar Sako, also released from Inter Milan. This guy has got 5 caps for Guinea and 5 goals. He's at £900,000. And again, finishing and dribbling high, pace and acceleration high, technique high. He's got good stats for an advanced forward. He's not 6'5" like Lucas Potler, but I'm hoping he's going to score goals. He also has 2 goals in 2 pre-season fixtures. Here's Frederic Lenoun, all right, released from Montpellier. We came in. He's an inverted winger, and he can play anywhere on the right-hand side, so he'll provide coverage. He's got 5-star rating. He has got a left foot playing on the right-hand side. Doesn't bother me too much. He's 6'1", good physical stats. So that is Frederic Lenoun. Who else have we got? We also signed a goalkeeper. Here's our goalkeeper. His name is Patrick Sigurdur Gunnarsson, released from Brentford and has a 4-star potential rating. We're paying him £2,900, 2 caps for Iceland, and his career history, he's played 27 times, but he's mainly been on loan in Iceland, only a couple of appearances for Brentford, but he will come in. He has our desired tactical formation as a sweeper keeper. Mark Worthington as a backup goalkeeper, released from Manchester United, 5-star potential, paying him £675 a week, and he will provide cover. We sent out Sergio Falanga on loan, give him some game time. Who else have we got here? We brought in Jordan Willis, released from Brentford, got 340 league appearances, central defender, got some decent technical stats, will do the job for us. Brings in some experience as well. We were playing Saul Hodnett, who was 18, so bringing in a 30-year-old changes our strategy a little. Here is Denver Hume, a left attacking fullback who's got, again, good mental stats, good physical stats, can cross, got good technique, and I think he's going to be just fine in League One for us. He's also had a spectacular pre-season as well. Jan Zam Burek, probably going to be nicknamed Jan Zam. He's got 31 under-21 caps for Czech, and he's 700,000. He comes in as a midfielder that can play also on the left side, on the right side. 6 foot, fairly decent technical stats, not anything that jumps out too crazy, but he's solid mentally, solid physically, and he is an upgrade, I think, on our midfield from last season with Charlie Gilmore and Alfie Payne. We've brought in a pretty good guy on loan from Watford. This is Luke May, capped at under 19 level for England, 5-star potential. He played pretty well in the European under 21, so we've taken him on loan for £230 a week. So he'll provide some cover and probably start, to be honest. Here's Greg McGregor, or Grieg McGregor, I'm not really sure how we'll pronounce that. Released from Manchester United, again 5-star potential, paying him £500 a week, capped at England under 19, can play in centre midfield for us. So I'm looking forward to seeing him develop. Who else have we got here? We've taken on loan someone who has some pretty good physical stats, and but will just provide cover at left back for us because we didn't have anyone, and I don't really want to be playing Alfie Payne at left back for most of the season. And then we just confirmed this. This is another guy, capped for England at U19, on loan from Middlesbrough, 5-star potential, got good crossing stats, good technique, can tackle, can pass, he's got good physical attributes, and he'll be an attacking left back, good coverage for Denver Hume. We said goodbye to some young lads, but and David Tutonda went to Southend. The big one though, Sam Dolby. 112 appearances, 46 goals. He came up the leagues with us, made himself into a bit of an icon at the club. Did score 14 league goals and did an excellent job for us. But Sunderland, who are in the Championship, came calling. He had 1 year left on the contract, and they offered 250,000 and five and a quarter grand for his salary. And we said goodbye. We cashed in on Sam Dalby. We probably could have got a little bit more money, but we've got a 30% sell-on fee, which might be good if his career does well. So that's our team. Our tactic, again, 4-4-2. We've put Zambarek or Janzam as a Mazela attacking midfield kind of role. Likes to drift wide left. Jan Danda will kind of go forward on the right. We've got a few injuries and suspensions from last year. We've retained Kane Porsche from Man United at £275,000. He scored 10 league goals last year, so we kept him. We also kept the guy from Arsenal, Terrell Agyakawa. England under 19 had a good season for us at right back. Would like maybe some more assists from him. So our team with Sacco and Potler up front is a new setup. We've changed our midfield a little. We've on the bench, as you can see, we've got Alfie Payne still there. We've got Greg McGregor. We've got Kendra Sinmans, who had a pretty decent career for us last year. 11 goals, 704 rating. That's not bad. We would need probably 11 more goals than that. And Bonetti is on the bench too. So that's our setup in terms of where we are. As you can see, we finished third, but we couldn't quite get over the playoff final. We're still ground sharing at Adams Park with Wycombe Wanderers. Club vision is they want us to avoid relegation. They want us to finish in the second round of the FA Cup, second round of the Carabao Cup, and second round of the Leasing.com Trophy. So our expectations are not high at all. We haven't got that much of a transfer budget and wage budget. We're maxing it out pretty much. I'm hoping to bring in one more player before the end of the transfer window. Maybe somebody to help in midfield or attacking areas. Development centre, nobody. We're not even having an under 18 team this year. Oh, let's tell you about our staff. We brought in, as you can see, our training staff. We've brought in a few more people. We've got the best attacking coaches, best fitness coaches, the best technical coaches, best tactical coaches, and best man management. Looking at our coaching team, we went and got in Carlos Corberan, got some excellent coaching stats for a League One team. We really needed to up our game on the coaching side. We also decided, if we go into our under 23s team, we've got in a few other players. Kit Simmons came in, has got some good coaching stats, and we're there. Okay. We brought in John Terry. Now, I don't know why they've done this. My under 23 team, but here's my under 18s. We don't have any real players other than these two, but we did bring in John Terry as a coach, and I'm hoping that we'll bump him into our first team coaching staff. We didn't have enough spaces, so we've got John Terry in there as a coach, taking on our under 18s, but there's only 2 players in there. So here we go, team selection. I'm ready for the first game. We are away to Chester in the League One season. Let's have a look at the numbers. Yep, there we go. I'm really hoping that we get promoted. I know the board's saying to avoid relegation, but after finishing third last year, we've got a lot of players. We've got 8 players having their debut today. 8 players. Here we go. Dressing room. Troy Deeney. Encourage. And here we go. Season. Starts away to Chester. And they're starting in a 4-2-3-1. One 0 Lucas Potter on his debut, 6 minutes in, long throw from Denver Hume, and then our 6'5" German 22-year-old on his debut again. Sam Dolby who? We now have Lucas Potter. What an excellent start. New signing Denver Hume with a Delap-esque long throw into the box, and Lucas Potter gets up above the other defenders and nods it in. It's a great start. Oh, Yandanda with the corner, and Jafet Tanganga heads over the bar. First yellow card of the season goes to Jamzam. Zambarek. I'll have to get used to that, but I think Janzam might stick as his nickname. Had 10 shots on goal in the first 30 minutes to their 0 shots and at all. And they're uninterested. They don't even seem bothered at all. Abubakar Sako gets booked on his debut too. Alright, 1-0 at half time. These stats look favourable for us. Frederick Lenun is not having a wonderful game to start with, but you know, young Frenchman, left Montpellier for Aylesbury. We'll give him a little bit more. Let's have a look at the summary just to see how we're doing. Yeah. Have a little look at the stats. Only 61% of his passes are making it. You know what, let's do tactics. Let's go in here. And let's just maybe just go him a little shorter. Let's just say, right, just try and connect a few more. A second goal would be delightful here, because a 1-0 scoreline is always dangerous, especially as I'm sure Chester are going to push forward at some point in this second half. And unlike last season, we have some options off the bench as well. Here we go. Willis, the centre-back. Now, we put Willis as a centre-back, taking the throws on the right-hand side, because he's got 13 for long throws. Oh my word, that was one of the best crosses I've seen from a right-back. Mark Hill hits a Beckham-esque cross. The curl on that cross. And Yandanda with a cutback, and Sako gets his first goal on his debut, and we find ourselves 2-0 up against Chester. Oh, Lucas Potter robs him, and we are 3-0 up. Straight from the kickoff, Lucas Potter at 6'5", just see you later, right? Slots it away. Now, Chester were promoted from League 2 last year. Okay. Hume with another long throw into the box. Janzam sets it back to Hume. And Lucas Potter has a hat-trick on his debut in just about 65 minutes. Nice little combination play between the two forwards. Okay, we're going to make a little sub here. We don't really need to, but I want to get a few of these newer players a run out. So let's take off Jan Danda and we'll give Simmons a go. We'll take off Sacco and we'll put on Bonetti from... Where did we get Bonetti from? I think it was Juventus. So we'll put Bonetti up there. And everybody else seems to be doing well. Everyone's healthy. Well, this is a pretty dominating performance. First game of the season. And we're going to take off a few of these young midfielders. We'll take off Luke May. And we'll give McGregor a little go in midfield. Now, what's his main role? Just a centre midfielder? Support? Alright. I think we've got... we want him to... I don't want him to roam. Let's have him hold his position. We don't need him to dribble more, or shoot more, or take more risks. Just keep it short, don't run wide. Keep it nice and easy for the last 10 minutes. Enjoy your debut. Just keep the ball for us, Greg McGregor. We've taken 75 fans away to Chester. So that's at least 1.5 coaches at least. Mott's Travel having not a busy day. Well, there you go. First game of the season. 4-0 away to Chester. Lucas Potler with a hat-trick. And our other striker, Abubakar Sacco, notches 2 on his debut. Great performance. Great start to the season. And come on the Ducks.